What up, YouTube? I gotta make this video. I gotta get, something off my chest. It's been a real, first off, I just wanna give, what's going on lately. Things have been going really shitty lately. My last video, but I didn't upload it, but my last video I was talking about how the beginning of 2016 was fucking amazing. It was going great. Last year of October, I worked at Cricket Wireless. And it was such an awesome job. I liked it a lot. Commission was great. My checks were fucking awesome. Then they had like new management come in. They changed a lot of things. They took away commission. And my checks weren't doing good at all. I mean, they were horrible. So, with that being said, I gave my 2 weeks. I left, and I went to Metro for 4 days. And that was a pretty shitty deal. So what happened there was, I worked there for 4 days for training. During the training, my car got repoed. Got it back. In that time, I let one of my supervisors know that I was going to be late. Then when I finally showed up, everything was great. And that day was, I believe it was a Friday. And one of the supervisors said, okay, I'll give you guys a weekend off and I'll give you guys a call back Monday. Everybody got a call back but me. So, I told myself, I'll probably if I don't get a call by the end of the night, I'll call Tuesday morning. Called Tuesday morning. I say, hey boss, what's going on? I didn't get a call, so I'm just, curious, if anything's come up. And he says, oh, that's right. You were an hour and a half late the other day, right? I said, yep. Because of the situation I was going through. And he says, okay, well, I understand, but unfortunately, because the owner didn't like that. And so the owner had let me go. And I said, really? I said, I got bills to pay like everybody else in this world. I got things to take care of. I got a little one on the way. So that didn't work. So then I worked at a cash loan place. I worked there for 2 weeks. And in that process, I got a second job at T-Mobile. And then they didn't like that fact. They didn't like the fact that I had 2 jobs. And because I was committed to full time, that morning, I talked to one of the managers and I said, hey, I have another job. Would it be okay if I work there Monday and Tuesday and then work at T-Mobile Wednesday through Sunday? And she says, yeah, that's fine. That's great. So that day, she calls me twice. Leaves me a voicemail. The first voicemail, she says, hey, I have something important to tell you. Can you please call me back? I didn't get it. And she called me again, left me another voicemail saying, hey, Andy, I just want to let you know that unfortunately, what you filled out for was full-time and you have to be showing up and be committed for full-time. Unfortunately, you have another job and we can't work with you, so we're going to let you go. So they let me go. And so when they let me go, I just actually started at T-Mobile. And I've been at T-Mobile now for a week. Okay. Now the training there is 4 weeks. The first 2 weeks I'm on the floor training, getting the feel for the systems, watching people doing bill pays, making cells, all that good stuff. And then the last 2 weeks I go train on the computer where they have one of the trainers train you on the computer. So, with that being said, this morning I had, told one of the managers, I said, hey, my fiance and I have been talking for the past couple months. I'm moving back to California. What's the process? What do I need to do a transfer? Well, unfortunately, in this state, they don't do transfers. You have to give a 2-week notice and then go over to the state and hope you can get a fucking job and be hired. Well, then he calls the one up, which is the big boss, one of the big bosses. And he told him the situation. And he says, he came back to me and he says, because the big boss actually pays for our training, which most big bosses do. Well, the big boss saw no point in keeping me because he, like I said, he has to pay for the training. And since I told my supervisor that I'll be moving within the month, saw no point in me doing any training, so he let me go. So now, as of today, I have no job. And now I'm stuck. So now, probably within this week, I have to pack all my shit and move to California and hope for the best. Because I have faith. I believe I can do this. You know, like everybody says, things happen for a reason. And I didn't plan on any of this stuff to happen at all. I really didn't. Yeah, I'm scared. You know, I have a phone interview in about an hour and a half for a good paying landscaping job. And I hope I can get it. And if I can get it, I'll be happy. But now I need a place to stay in California. But luckily I have family and friends. But the tough times I've been going through, like everybody else in this world, it only makes me stronger. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Yeah, sometimes I feel like giving up and saying, you know, fuck this, it's not going to work out. I can't do that. That's not an option for me. I have a future wife. I have a child on the way. I have to keep trucking. And if anybody is in the same situation as I am, just have faith. So all you gotta is just have faith and believe. Because the man upstairs will help you. You just gotta work for it. And I just hope the best works out for me and my future wife and my child.